Hi. Welcome to another beautiful Saturday. Let's see who will be the first person there today. Good afternoon. My name is Abidemi. Let's see who will be the first. Let's see. Okay. So this is another Saturday for us to have series of planning finances. Okay, welcome Oluwadarasimi Adedoyin. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me clearly, just tell me you can hear me clearly. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing how to overcome financial crisis. How to overcome financial crisis. Financial crisis is a time of, I checked the dictionary meaning, is referred to a time of intense difficulty. That means you have, not only in finances, but we know that difficult situations come in different aspects of life. So, but in terms of finances, what do you do? Okay, beautiful. In terms of finances, what do you do when you are faced with financial difficulties? What do you do in terms of financial difficulties? Okay, so number one thing you should do when you are having a difficult situation with your finances is that you need to take responsibility. Taking responsibility means that you need to know, you need to accept that what has happened is you must take a sole responsibility that what has happened, even if it's not your fault, you must take it like you are responsible for that situation. Because if you play the blame game and blame everybody around you, trust me, it's not going to get you so far-fetched in life. So the number one thing you must do is you must take responsibility. You must accept that what has happened. You must accept the responsibility as yours to make things happen. So that's the first thing you must do when you're in any difficult situation, not only in finances, but in situations at large. So number two is to think. When you are in a financial difficult situation, part of the thing you owe yourself is to think. Is to think strategically. Thinking means that you are trying to find out what happened. For example, if you lose your job and what happens, you need to really sit down and ask yourself questions, because when people lose their jobs, what comes is that people are depressed, people are sad, people are unhappy, people they are not happy with the situation, so everybody knows what's wrong with them. But in such situations, when you are in the most difficult situation, one of the things you owe yourself is to go in solitude. Solitude means that in a time that you are with yourself, it's a time that you look inward. It's a time that you tap into the richness of your heart. It's a time that you tap into the resources that is within you. So when you're in a difficult situation, you must think. Thinking simply means that you must ask yourself, what happened? What can I do? What is the way forward? And in a time of thinking, you must also learn from that situation. You must learn from the success of that situation, and you must also learn from the failure of that situation. So, number one, I said is a time to take responsibility. Number two, I also said that is a time to think. And number three is a time to examine your spending habits. So when you are in a financial crisis, when you know that you are in a financial situation that is not palatable, that is one of the best times to examine your expenses. What do you really spend on that is not necessary? Do you spend money on the things that you can do without? Do you spend money on the things that are not valuable? Do you feel that you just spend money anyhow? Because when the money was there, you were spending it anyhow. But right now, when you are in a difficult financial situation, that is one of the best times you must sit down and examine your expenses. So you must you will have to try as much as possible to spend money on the valuable things that move you forward, things that push you towards to your daily goals. So number 1, I said take responsibility. 2, I said that's the time to think. 3, I said that's the time to examine your spending habits. Don't forget that. Number 4, you need to create a plan. If you are in a difficult situation, financial situation, that's one of the best times to create a plan. You have to create a plan. Planning is faith. Planning is simply telling yourself that you are going to be out of that situation in a very short time, even though it's going to take a little bit of time. So you need to sit down and create a plan. For example, if you're in debt, you must create a plan how you want to pay your debt off. That's one of the things you must do. Welcome, Mohammed. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. At least you are superb. You are amazing. Thank you, Queen Stella. Thank you so much for joining me. Let us go and share as we come up. So I said, create a plan. If you are in a situation that is not palatable, you are expected to create a plan. Note that. You are expected to create a plan and follow your plan through. And number 5, you must follow your plan through. Thank you, Queen Stella. Thank you. Good morning. How are you doing today? So you must follow your plan through. So when you create a plan, it's not just enough to create a plan. You must learn to also follow. Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. Thank you so much for joining me. So you must follow your plan through. So I mentioned 5 points. I said, if you are in a financial crisis, number 1 thing is to take responsibility. Not only finances, but if you are in a situation that is difficult at large, 1, you must take responsibility of that situation. 2, you must think. You must spend time thinking. The purpose of thinking is to learn from that situation, both the good and the bad side of that situation. So you must think. Number 3, you must examine your expenses. You must examine your spending habits. It's very important. Watch how you spend money. Watch how you manage your resources. Watch how you effectively deploy your resources. It's very compulsory. Then number 4, create a plan. If you are going through financial issues or any financial challenge at all, you must create a plan how to step out of that situation. And number 5, you must follow through your plan. You must give it all you have. You must give it 100% commitment to follow through your plan. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday. It's another beautiful Saturday. So enjoy your week. Have a blessed Saturday. Take time to rest. Take time to plan your finances. Take time to plan the future. Take time to deploy your resources effectively. I remain your financial planner, Abidemi Somoye. I'm going to see you the same time next week. Bye and God bless. God bless you, Queen Stella. Mohammed Shekar. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye and God bless.